Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pentiment, possibly for the last time. In the last episode, that last episode was full of emotions, unexpected revelations and twists and turns that... Yeah, where should I even start? So we now know who the thread puller is, or was. It was Father Thomas all this time, and she used Sister Emily, who used to be a scribe, to write down those notes that the thread puller left behind, but she did not know that what those notes were for, so she had no idea what Father Thomas was up to. And the reason why Father Thomas did what he did was to essentially keep Tassing's real history a secret, because apparently the local saints, Saint Moritz and Saint Sachia, were actually Roman gods, Mars and Diana. And so basically the locals were worshipping false idols in that sense, believing that they were Christian saints even though those saints have never been to Tassing. So Father Thomas wanted to keep that as a secret no matter what, because he was afraid that if the locals ever learned about that, they would start to question the Christian faith in general. And that's what he wanted to avoid at all costs. So yeah, and that's why Father Thomas did what he did as the thread puller. Oh, and Andreas is still alive. He survived the fire thanks to Caspar, but unfortunately the said apprentice died instead when he tried to save more books himself. And ever since then, Andreas has been living basically as a hermit around Tassing and in the forest while looking after the locals, and also Magdalene especially. So he was the one who was following Magdalene around, not to hurt her, but to make sure that she is safe. So that was also a very unexpected twist that I did not see coming. And Father Thomas is now dead because he sacrificed himself by making the Mytharium chamber collapse, hoping that the peasants would never find it and thus learn about the Tassing's real history. And lastly, Claus, Magdalene's father, passed away that same night. So yeah, lots of things happened in the last episode, and now it's 1544, I think, in the middle of April, few months later, and it looks like Magdalene is about to leave Tassing for Prague. But not just to visit by the looks of it, but to actually move there and leaving Tassing behind, probably forever. But hey, we are about to find out. So without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the game. So, do we need to... Oh, we can't go there. Okay, we just go outside. Nothing to see in the house anymore. Should we say goodbye to Gertrude? Are you sure you have everything you need, Magdalene? I think so, thank you. We'll see. I know I'm ready to go. Well, you can't leave without this. It's chamomile, cinnamon and wheat flour. If you're traveling and you are having cramps... I know, I'll use it. Well, Hildegard's recipe just called for chamomile and wheat flour. I added the cinnamon for taste. Hildegard. It's a saint. I thought that Hildegard was one of the sisters. Saint Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary, mystic and prolific writer on a variety of subjects from theology to musical composition to medicine. I'm so sorry about what happened to your father. Thank you. Well, it was inevitable. Mother Francisca had us all say prayers for him. And for you as well, when she heard you were leaving. Is she afraid I'm going to become a Hussite? Ha, no, though I think she's sad you decided not to join us. We'll all miss you so much, Magdalene. I'll miss you too. You have so many sisters to look after at the convent, though. Well, I'll miss you too. God bless you. Safe travels. Okay, and Magdalene and Eva is there, and... Erz is here. I wonder, will he try to stop us from going? Magdalene, I can't believe you are really leaving. I'll miss you all dearly. You should come visit me. Well, I'll miss you all dearly. The boys will miss you even more. Yeah, I'm sure. Yours at least. Oh, don't tease him. I think he's really having a hard time of it, and despite appearances. Sorry, Eva, I didn't mean to break your son's heart. Yes, you did. But he's young, he'll survive. Safe travels and God bless you. Okay, well... And that's what's left of the church, because the Mytharium was located right beneath it, I believe. And when Father Thomas made the whole thing collapse, it also collapsed the entire church. Oh, hey Max. It's... I'm really sorry about your dad. He was always nice to me. My mom says he was a good man. He was a good dad. Well, thanks, I should get going. Max. Magdalene. You sure you don't want to marry me? If I were to marry anyone in this town, it would be you, sweet boy. And the load of bitter sorrow lies heavy upon my chest. I'm sure, no. It's a little late for that, don't you think? Well, if I were to marry anyone in this town, it would be you, sweet boy. You know what, why don't you just come with me? But what? Really? Yes, really. But my mom and Till... I'm leaving Tassing today. If you want to have a life together, come with me. That's a lot to ask. I know, you're asking a lot of me too. Think about it, but don't think too long. Write to me then. It's only spring. I promise I won't get married before the end of the year. Ah, you know, I'm no good at writing. Then get better. Don't take too long, sweet boy. A girl can't wait forever. I won't. Good. Take care of your mother. I will. Until later, Eds. Uh-huh. What a bittersweet goodbye. And Elias, I don't recognize him. Must be a new priest sent here to replace Father Thomas. Good morning, Mistress Truckerin. Are you off soon? Yes, Father. Just saying my last few farewells. Of course, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you, or your father. God rest his soul. I am too. Don't let those Bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head. I assume that he means, though he's referring to Lutherans. Once their pernicious seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of you. I will keep my guard up, Father. Saint Moritz will protect me. Haven't you guys already told them that Saint Moritz and Saint Satya have never been here, and that they were worshipping or praying to Mars and Diana instead? Because I believe that I made that choice to tell them. I don't know, Father. I have heard they have some interesting ideas. Sure. Alright, young lady. Just because I'm new here doesn't mean you should tease me. God bless you, Father Elias. God bless you and your travels. Hey, and Amelie. God bless you as well, Sister Amelie. Are you leaving today? Curious that her font is all purple now. I am. I'm just heading up to the mill in a bit. I'm so sorry for everything that happened. I know, it's alright. Your home was destroyed. Well, it was just one room. Well, that was winter. It's spring now. Your home was destroyed. True, and your church. But I have lost my home before. I will find another. It is strange, though, standing in the light after all these years. Thank you for helping me. Do you know what you'll do now? Will you become an anchoress again? I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure what anchoress is. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. I'm going to take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. God knows you didn't mean to do harm. He does, but harm was done. I am writing an account of what happened here. As well as I can remember it anyway. If it is not enough to earn forgiveness, I pray that it will at least illuminate this history of great darkness. Good, it's worth remembering. Speaking about remembering, can we see the mural before we leave? God bless you, Sister Emily. God bless and keep you safe on your travels, Magdalene. Can we go back? I want to see the mural. Well, maybe they will show the mural at the... Well, I guess we can't go back. Okay, fine. Mill. Can we go to the mill? We can go there at least. Might as well say goodbye to... Who is this? Oh, it's the real Andreas. Okay, he just cut his... shaved his beard. I think. Magdalene, this is it? It is. Time for me to leave. Good. Get out before this cursed town swallows you. Tassing will bring you nothing but anguish and misery. Well, it's not that bad. Else I hope one day you will find a path out of your sorrow. God willing, though I'm doubtful. Stay safe on the road. These are still dangerous times. We'll be fine. Look after your family. Paul, Anna, your grandkids still need you. I'll do what I can. They are what little I have left. Without them. Never mind. Godspeed, Magdalene. Okay, I guess we can talk to these two. Well, Andreas, hello. Are you sure I look alright? Well, you look like a peasant. Of course, Andreas, you look perfectly respectable. You're a little worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. It was kind of the woman to help clean me up. I'm afraid I had forgotten how to look after myself. Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burned-out cellar for the better half of 20 years? Burned-out cellar? I thought he was wandering in the woods and living off the land, as a hermit. Subsisting on our discarded rye, no less. I'm sorry about that. Andreas, we already told you, it's all right now. Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. Are you off soon? Hello. Yes, I'm riding with your flower to Mittenwald and then down the Isar. I'm sorry to see you go, Magdalene. What, you aren't going? But I hope Prague is everything you have dreamed of. If it's half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. You have a chance to make a life of your own there. God knows I have squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish he could have seen it, Andreas. I know. He would have loved it. Must be talking about the mural. I hope so. I know so. That's kind of you to say. Now I know you're just trying to make me feel better. Well, that's kind of you to say. We all need words of encouragement, and besides, it's the truth. Magdalene, I wanted to ask you something about the mural before you go. I thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Why did you leave a section blank? We did? For the future. Ah. Unless history is going to stop in Tassing the moment I roll down the road. I think your wagon is about to leave. Now we're going with him, whose name I have forgotten. Oh, it is. It hardly feels like enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, for my family. Aww. God bless you, Andreas Muller. So he's going to stay here. And there she goes. Andreas? Are you alright? I'm lost. That's alright. You're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise. Oh? They are up on the mill, the walkaway. I'll have supper ready when you are done. What are they doing? How they are drawing on the wall. I can barely see them. Just remember that you are always welcome in our home, Andreas. Thank you. Okay, now we are back to playing as Andreas now. I see that they are kids. Was it Ulrich and Andreas Jr. are drawing on the mill wall. We can't go anywhere else. I just want to make sure. No, okay. Well, let's go and see how the kids are doing. And then they just disappear. What about the mural? I want to see the mural. Well, this seems to be the end of the game. I mean, I knew that this game was going to end very soon. Oh, there's the mural. Thank you, game. Okay, that's the chieftain who helped the wolf, and then he was guided to the valley of Tassing, and that's when the town was established. And there we have, was it Kiersau, the woman's name, who founded the Abbey of Tassing, or Abbey of Kiersau. And here is shown the aftermath of the rebellion, and after the abbey was burned. Some of the people who died during the fighting. Peter. That's Clara, I think. The soldiers leaving. Here's the church, and beneath it the Mytharium that got collapsed. M plus D. It's the Truckerin. Magdalene Truckerin, her signature. Oh, and we got a family tree here, apparently. Otto Zimmerman, Tassing, Magdalene Truckerin in Prague. So I guess Otto did go to Prague to marry Magdalene. Martha, so she joined the poor Clares. Ill Peter, still alive. I can't believe he survived this long. Ursula, and that must be her son. Kraft and Jutta. I didn't really know those two well, but I guess they got married. And that's Dr. Stolch. Andreas. The Hand of Saint Moritz. Oh, that's Andreas Müller, 1558. Okay, it's a very beautiful looking mural. Game director Josh Sawyer. Josh Sawyer actually commented on one of my earlier videos. It was the one where I did some gambling with the Landsknecht. And he actually told me in the comments that which French king he was referring to. And it was it King Francis? I believe it was. Definitely one of my highlights of my humble YouTube career. But yeah, that was Pentiment, and man, I fucking adore this game. Pentiment is it feels like a game that was made specifically for me, or people like me. People who love history, and people who like this period of European history, which is this was the 16th century. It was the time of the Renaissance, the Reformation, the New World was founded. Columbus founded, discovered, quote unquote, discovered the America in 1492, I believe it was. Even though people didn't really talk about the New World that much yet, especially in the Holy Roman Empire, because Holy Roman Empire wasn't really well known for doing any or much of colonization. They didn't go to the New World nearly as much as England, Spain, Portugal, and France did. But yeah. But anyway, I'm getting a bit sidetracked here. Really enjoyed this story. I did not predict anything that like who was the thread puller and why they did what they did. I couldn't predict any of that. So I really enjoyed this game. Now there's not really that many puzzles in the game. Well, actually, there's not really any real puzzles at all. The gameplay of Pentiment kind of reminded me of Blade Runners, in a sense that you just have to try to find clues and talk to people, and whenever you discover or find something, and you go and talk to the right people again to learn more about what you have just discovered, and so on and so forth. So the gameplay kind of reminds me of Blade Runner in that sense. It kind of makes you feel like a real detective. So I like that, and the art style was really pretty. Really pretty and beautiful. So I really like the art style. I can't say that it's unique. That art style like this has never been done before. I won't go that far. But it's not something that you see every day. Let's put it that way. And I really did it. I feel like I really grew attached to many of the characters in town. I mean, when we started the game around early 1500s, and then we, how many decades of time has passed in this game overall? I think 30 or so years, maybe even 40 years. And during that time, we saw some of the characters who started as children, like Ursula, for instance, and then we saw them grow up and start their own families and have their own children as well. So that was kind of emotional. That was really emotional, and I really grew attached to some of the characters. It actually felt like I got to know these people really well, and that made them feel like actual real people. So I really like that. Really like that. But I really must play this game a second time and pick different background options with Andreas and also Magdalene and try and make different decisions and basically get different people killed this time around. Well, let's see. We got the Ottilia. We got Ottilia Widow killed because we got the Archdeacon to judge that she was the one who murdered Baron Rothvogel, and then Brother Guy, whom I still believe was the one who killed Otto. Actually, I'm not entirely sure anymore. That was it Father Thomas who killed Otto, or did he just encourage Guy to kill Otto? I believe he just encouraged Guy to kill Otto. Father Thomas actually never killed anyone himself directly, I don't think. He just basically encouraged people to kill each other by giving them notes and stuff like that. So yeah, so Widow Ottilia and Brother Guy, I got them killed in this playthrough. I'm gonna try and get different people killed in my next playthrough. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna bibliography. These must be the actual real books that were used in this game, I think. That were mentioned briefly by name, if nothing else. That's interesting, because all the books that they showed and referred to in this game are actually real historical books that actually existed or even still exist today. Thanks for playing. Well, you are very much welcome. Oh, and the title screen is different now. Can I take a closer look at the mural? I guess I can't, but yeah. I really want to make a my thoughts on video of Pentiment in the future at some point, but I feel like I must play this game again and make different decisions to try and see that just how different a second playthrough can be. I'm not expecting the ending to be that much different. I mean, Father Thomas is still going to be the thread puller, but yeah, maybe the consequences will be different if I make drastically different decisions in my second playthrough, so I want to test that one out before I make my thoughts on video on Pentiment. But what I can say now is that I adore Pentiment. It feels like a game that was made specifically for history lovers like me. I really like the storytelling, the characters. Well, there's not really any puzzles in the game. This is a very narrative-driven game, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. So I really, really enjoy Pentiment. I would even go as far as to say that Pentiment is going to be, if not in top 5, then at the very least in my top 10, my most favorite point-and-click adventure games ever. That's how far I'm gonna go. That's how much I love Pentiment. But yeah, this episode turned out to be much shorter than I expected. I mean, I knew that the game was going to end very soon, but if only I had known that this episode was going to be this short, I would have ended this playthrough in my last session. But hey, it is what it is. Oh, and I really enjoyed the music and the songs that were played in this game, although there were not that many songs. I believe there was 3 at least, so not many, but whenever there was some singing, I really enjoyed listening to that. So that was really delightful. But now I'm going to end this video and thus this Let's Play here. So, thank you for watching my blind Let's Play of Pentiment, and even though I can't promise that my thoughts on Pentiment video will be up anytime soon because I want to play this game again just to see how different a second playthrough can be, I still hope that you'll be looking forward to that as well. So, thank you for watching, and Until next time.